Good morning, everybody. It's me, Trombite, and I'm over here at... Oh, I almost fell. I'm over here at Spawn today. The reason for that is because we are building a mail system over at Spawn. Now, you might be thinking, Spawn is, like, relatively close to 0-0. The main area is, like, 2,500 blocks away. How are you supposed to connect this entire loop all the way over there to that loop over there? The answer is with area codes. I have a video here that explains this in better depth if you want. That's basically what I'm going to be doing in today's video, is getting that all squared away. There's a bit of a caveat though, and that's because I decided to place the sugar farm right here, and the nether portals, well, I just don't want to go through those because it's effectively a death trap. That's gonna be very interesting for how I'm gonna work around that. I might straight up take down the sugar farm and move it somewhere. I don't want to though, because it was a pain in the rear last time to like even get this set up, and I don't want to move it again if I'm being honest. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting because yeah, if I go through that portal, I'm pretty much guaranteed to die, either due to suffocation or something else. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the other side. I don't know if there are any shulkers up there or not. I know I see those two, but I need to actually get up. Okay, it is clear right now. It is not currently a death trap right now. Oh, that's... Oh, I forgot I could fly. So that's actually safe to go through right now, which means if I do accidentally end up in that portal, I should be fine. Alright, we're back in the overworld. I need to make sure that the spawn portal doesn't immediately kill me. Math is going to be extremely important for this. Fortunately, I brought along my utility toolbox, and that doesn't have a flint and steel in it for whatever reason. I can already see some people going in my comments being all like, flint and steel! Is this going to result in me potentially getting into a death trap? Yes, it is. Okay. So, let's actually get into starting where the mail system's going to be. And I think we could just take down this portal here. If it's not going to be functional, I mean, you could already reach this area from the main Roty SMP just fine, either by gliding or by direct tunnel rail. I do want to be able to access this by the nether at some point. I think I'm gonna move the portal over up there real quick, just see how that goes if I get teleported into the possible death trap that is the nether. Let's see, am I going to possibly die to this? The answer is yes, I am still stuck in here. Oh, come on! Finally! Okay. So we are over... Okay, this is the 0-0 port. Yeah, I can see why this portal was disabled. So now the question is, how the heck am I supposed to get this stupid mail system to actually deliver stuff over here? That's gonna be a problem. The answer is I need to actually go back into the overworld. And we're gonna take down this portal in the process because we don't need it. Alright, perfect. We got 3 more. Okay, we're up to 10. That's good. I have a crossbow. I don't know why. Now we actually need to decide where we want to put the stupid mail system. This area would work great. Let's just pretend this farm over here does not exist. This area here would be perfect for a mail system. So, let's get to work. This could go one of two ways. I'm either going to end up in the death trap again, or I'm going to end up somewhere else. We're going to go through the nether now and see what's on the other side. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is huge. This is actually really freaking huge. And we ended up here. Okay. That's big news though. We need to make our way back to that portal that I just went out of. And we're just going to slowly make our way over. It would have been faster if I just ran, but oh well. We're not updated to 1.21.5 yet. We're still on .24. What the heck is a Minecraft version? We're still on 1.21.4. That's a mouthful. Try saying that fast. We're still on 1.21.4. We're still on that version, that just because that's what replay mod is currently on. Once that does change though, then I am updating the server really quickly. Now this is we're at 65. I'm just gonna fall. Yippee! And I lose half my health. If I didn't have those boots, I'd bust that totem. Wait. Okay, I do wanna go through this portal. Wait, hang on a second. I need to know the coordinates on the overworld. So 1, 12, 34, overworld. And now I just need to go to those coordinates divided by 8. So that means we need to go right about where this portal is. Now what's gonna happen is we need to dig all the way down to Y level 14, which is easier said than done. And because of the nature of the nether, I'm not going to be digging straight down, because who knows what you're gonna end up dealing with. Okay, perfect. That's good. So now that we have the portals lined up properly, as accurate as possible, let's go ahead and pay attention to where I'm looking. That is our sending rail. Okay, that's where mail is going to come out of the portal. It's not going to come out back here. It's only going to come out this side here. That's it. Now what's going to happen is we need to actually design the entire mail loop. So this is where I'm going to need to get my redstone toolbox because I left it back in the overworld. Now recently, am I building this on a chunk border? Oh, bloody hell, I built this on a chunk border. Okay, so now what needs to happen is I need to double check, make sure that this is all synced up properly. Okay, it is. Now we go back in. Okay, we're good. Now that we got that taken care of, we are now going to need to design the entire mail loop. I'm going to just show you something real quick. A new thing that got added into Minecraft in a not so recent update. I'm pretty certain if I just do this, it's going to come back before 15 seconds is over. Previously, it was a 15-second delay, which meant that everything in the mail system needed to be snaked out by 15 seconds. Now it's only you need to snake it out by half a second, or 4 rails. At like a bare minimum. That's huge. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna decide where we want the loop that our mail system needs to go in. Where is this even gonna go? And I'm leaning towards having a small loop right now, considering there's only one base that we're attending to. However, we are going to be increasing this depending on if like people choose to settle here, build stuff. You never know. So it's good to be ready for just about anything that pops up. Now, let's actually get this set up. Okay, so it is the next day, and we get to go start mining, I guess. I'm gonna dump out, like, literally all my inventory. Alright, we are roughly in the spot that we need to go mining in. We need to go 200 or so blocks this way, roughly 80 that way. It's actually not gonna be too bad, but just, like, handling everything is gonna be a pain in the rear. I'm gonna have the spawn entrance be here. So that means we're gonna go 80 blocks this way, roughly, and here comes our first issue. Lava. Our huge flippin' issue. Who could have seen this coming? Okay, we're gonna just block this off and pretend I didn't do that. Okay, what's over here? Can I get absolutely hit by lava? Yeah. Oh my goodness. If I want the point to be here, for instance, I would go probably a couple blocks in this direction, and then I go down 1, 2, probably around 3 or so blocks. Actually, you know what? Let's go down like closer to 5. That shouldn't be too difficult. And now we get to, oh my, why must it be like this? Okay, this is getting out of hand really quickly. Okay, this seems to be the way to go, going on Y level 5. Quite frankly, this is going to be a lot shorter of a mine than I thought it was going to be. At least we're not having to mine 2,000 blocks. I remember doing that once with Ethan. That took a really long time to do. But the good news is we're making good progress. Alright, we are at this area roughly. We now need to go this way. Now we just gotta mine 90 or so blocks this way, and then we should be fine. Oh, okay. Well, this could be problematic. Actually, we're pretty close anyway. We might just straight up go upwards a bit. Yeah, it's literally right here. We're good. This is gonna be interesting though, considering I need to now bridge this properly with like over here or something. And somewhere around here I want it to be able to like receive stuff. So let's go ahead and get back down. Okay, bit of an update. All of the X-axis nether chunk loaders are completed. They look pretty hideous, but I gotta say, it worked. Still have all the stuff on the Z-axis to do, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have like 6 more portals to do, and then I'm done with sinking nether portals. This has taken up the bulk of the video, as I was kind of expecting. This is going to be very interesting with how I'm going to do things now that I need to remember to orient everything on the Z-axis and not the X-axis. So, yeah. Also, my cat decided to join me, so that was fun. Currently sitting on my lap right now and purring. I'll see you guys when I get these set of 6 done. Okay. All of these choke loaders are done. That's it. All of them are done. I am so freaking happy that that's the case. Now that that's all done, I have a less tedious task to do of basically powering up all of these rails here, because I'm gonna need a test going both ways, making sure this stupid thing works properly. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a little something on this side here. I'm gonna set up a little loop here, and I'm just gonna straight up send a minecart from that side over there to here to make sure everything works. Now, what I need to do is I need to actually light up all of these powered rails here, or else the cart's not actually going to make it up. And that's a big thing that needs to happen, is the cart needs to successfully make it. So now I am having to figure out how to exactly power everything, and this is what I get to do. So here we are. Good news is though, this shouldn't take a really long time. As long as I do everything properly, I should be good. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna send this minecart down, and it's gonna go on this trail, and it needs to come back on this trail, because this is the send, this is the receive. Alright, Godspeed, you magnificent bastard. I gotta say, I really hope this is worth it. This is certainly not an easy task to do, getting an entire flipping system working the way it is. I guarantee you it is very easy that something could go wrong. And the fact this is having to travel several hundred blocks is like, jeez. It's like 500 round trip. And that's just in the nether. Imagine if this was the overworld that I had to do this for. Imagine if there was like no such thing as the nether, and this is, I don't know, something else. This would be very annoying to do in the overworld. But I gotta say, the nether, the fact that you're literally able to fast travel to the nether now, just by like mailing yourself somewhere, that's pretty cool. You could literally mail yourself to spawn, which I think in my opinion would be a pretty cool concept to actually get working. But the big test that I'm doing right now is making sure, whoa, okay, that was fast. That worked, which means all chunk loaders are operational, and I can start work on the encryption stations, or relay stations, or whatever the heck I decided to call them. Basically, they're meant so that you could use the post office stamp both here at the spawn post office, as well as at the central Roty SMP mailbox over there, or the post office. Whatever the heck it's called. Post office at the Roty SMP versus the post office at spawn. That's basically that. That way it saves us from having to like have post office number 1, post office number 2, and it just gets ridiculously difficult, and especially if like a lot of post offices are existing. So what I'm gonna do is on this side here, because this is the receiving side, I need to create a encryption station for that, or decryption station for that, to decrypt the hopper minecart stamp, or whatever. Actually, you know what? Let me just show you the concept of what I'm looking at. Okay, I ended up having to boot up a creative test world, and by that I mean I had to create a new one, because I'm on a new computer, so yay for me. What I ended up doing was I looked online for a couple of different designs of a shulker box unloader. Credit to Kale Hammerin on YouTube for making both this design and this design here. I ended up using this one here for the final product, as you can see here. But I gotta say, both of these designs are really fantastic, and I think I'm gonna implement at least one of those into my base now, because man, these do not take up nearly as much space as you can see here. And they automatically start too. Like if I got a shulker box, put a bunch of random stuff into it, break it, dump it in here, it just immediately starts going. And it neatly sorts everything. It's super freaking awesome. Now, what we see over here, this is basically how I'm taking this design and using it for everything else that's going on here. So basically, what I'm doing, if I just go back over here, we have the hopper minecart right here, the chest minecart right here. I mean, you can use a chest minecart for both of these, but for differentiating between the two, we're just using the hopper minecart. We put a relay stamp in here, that's basically the encryption, but I want to make something easy to spell, so, and I'd rather not have people have to type out encryption or decryption, so I went with relay instead because it does boost how far the minecarts can go. So that's ultimately what I did for that. I'm going to put in a shulker box with a bunch of random crap in it. I mean, realistically, it's going to be like this, and we're just going to do that, and we can also put in a random item in here as well, just so that I can show you how exactly that is working. And then we have the chest marker here. We could just put a bunch of crap into it, and we're gonna go ahead and send it. Now what's gonna happen is it's gonna reach one of these injunction points here. Basically what happens is if relay stamp, then go this way, else keep going. That's basically what I'm doing. Now what's gonna happen is something that I've taken straight from out of my base, and it's basically when hopper minecart hit here, hopper minecart go here. All minecarts that are following it, go this way. Now what's going to happen is we can ignore the chest minecart for now. It's just basically doing its own little merry thing. The hopper minecart is where everything's going to be at, because what's going to happen is we're going to take whatever the first item in here is going to be, which will not be the relay stamp, because that will already have been taken, but it'll be the shulker box. So order in this case does actually matter. Keep that in mind. That order will matter if you are using encryption. So yeah, that kind of is going to be a little annoying, but to remember, but it should be fine. And then you can literally just unload all the stuff here. Now what's going to happen is we're just going to go ahead and send this. Basically, it's going to unload this stuff, and all of this stuff needs to be in here effectively. That's what's gonna be happening. And it's just gonna go in. Oh, hell yeah. Alrighty, I am now over on the Roty SMP. I've got no idea where I am. I literally just logged it. Oh, I'm over here. Clearly, we're not gonna have enough space to do it here, like I was hoping to. But, we don't actually need to have it here per se. We can have this just be a straight up standalone system like this, and then we could just go down that way and whatnot. We don't need this hopper here. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna move the whole thing back this way, and we could literally put it like somewhere over here. Alright, so all the footage that you've seen up to this point is at least a month old, and yeah, a lot of life happened. Most recently I had to go to the ER, so that was fun. Don't worry, my eye is okay. You can worry about that later. But for now, we got some stuff to address here. The chunk loaders, I encountered a major flaw that was preventing the mail from actually going from one place to another. Previously, I thought it was just a chunk loader being stupid. No, there's actually something going on. So sometimes what will happen is items will appear down like on these obsidian blocks here. If they appear on the overworld side, that's a huge issue, okay? Because that means that the nether chunks are not being loaded. And this happened enough times across multiple different portals to the point where I implemented this cool little system with a couple of hopper minecarts down here, going into some hoppers, going into this chest minecart. Basically, if something goes here, it will trigger this comparator, which will trigger all the way around, powering this block here, which in turn will send this chest minecart over up there, and I'll send it to right there to put it back to the regular hopper, and then the usual will happen from there. So I have not done this for every single one of these yet, but that is going to take an extremely long time to be able to pull off. So I'm doing them kind of as I go. Any one of these that like need it, like this one needed it, this one needed it. I guarantee you the rest of these will need it. Yeah, it's gonna be necessary. Now the reason why I'm not doing it for this side, for the nether side, is because it's not entirely necessary. I mean, it's nice, but if you look at what I'm working with, I'm on the bedrock layer, and if there happens to be bedrock underneath, then there's not really much I can do. So I'm a bit out of luck when it comes to making nearly 100% reliable chunk loaders, at least for this loop anyway. For the systems over there and for up there, it should be more easier to create a 100% reliable mechanism, but without making huge changes. This is going to be a pain in the butt to actually put on the nether side, so I figured as long as both the overworld and nether sides load, and as long as I come around here regularly to make sure these are loaded up with stuff, that I should be good to go. Also, I was recently shown by my good friend Ethan that target blocks actually make redstone dust point to it, which I didn't even know about, which is super cool. It definitely helped me with a couple of issues here. Anyhow, that's basically all I wanted to add. I'm working on that. Otherwise, the whole thing works just about fine. I managed to send stuff from my base over there, no problem. Still working on the other way around, but that will come with further testing. But since I have realized that 2 people testing, or at least an alt account and me testing, which I don't have an alt, having 2 people help with testing is much faster and much easier compared to just me running around back and forth like I was trying to do. It saves a whole lot of time, which is awesome. So yeah, that's basically it. That's all I wanted to share with you all about this. And if any more updates come up, I'll release them all in a video. But yeah, that's basically all I got for you guys. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Maybe consider subscribing if you like what you're seeing. Maybe like the video as well. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!